Hello, beautiful and beloved ones. This is Lorelei from the Tightrope to 5D Music Reactions, and welcome or welcome back. And if you wonder about that strange title, these days I'm bringing you a message after about every other music reaction about this historic shift from third dimensional consciousness to fifth dimensional consciousness for the entire planet. And today is a message video, so I hope you stick around. But first we're going to look at Diana Ankudinova, Crow. Here we go. I could not find one with English translation, so we'll do the best we can.
Тикают так, как вулканы поют, реки стоят, воду больше не пьют. Ты как они, я же как Vorona. Стекла не бьют, потому что их нет. Сказка о том, где был солнечный свет. Я же
I mean, her staging of everything is always so poetic. I don't even know how else to say it. Like, she's definitely bringing a message here. And she's got the people dressed as crows, and she's in white, so that's interesting. And so she's bringing a message through the visual way that she even stages it. And I love that she brings other people into it, like it's a group process, which is so wonderful. With the dancers and everything else, she doesn't have that ego going on, like she can't have other people in there. Wonderful so far. By the way, don't forget, friends, that I do have my member tiers now. I've been furiously putting videos in there, music reactions, as well as fifth dimensional stuff in the higher tier. So check out the video on that if you like. But let's continue. I'll go back a tad. And it's got that kind of a tribal beat and that tribal sort of feel to it, that earthy kind of feel. I love her hair, by the way. Isn't it so great how she did her hair? Just like get riveted into it by that sort of beat. It's almost mesmerizing is what I would say about this one here. Pretty cool. And as I understand it, she's talking about how she's not like, I'm not like you. You're whatever you are. I think she says the water or something at that point. And I'm the crow, which it's hard to get the exact message there because I couldn't find a really good translation. But you guys can fill in the gaps for me. Give me a comment on exactly what she is meaning in her meaning here. But powerful, just powerfully done, isn't it? By the way, don't forget to give me a like. Give her a like later. And subscribe. Let's continue. Oh my, wow, 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 wow. Powerful, powerful. Let's go back and see that again. Just that ending there. And the pageantry, she knows how to envision a scene, envision a pageant, and then have it come into being with her and the other artists and everything else. Like, she's got that down pat, and she's so involved in it. Isn't she so involved? Whoops. Oh my, wow, wonderful, wonderful. Oh my goodness. It's never just singing a song for this one. There will never be a time when she just sings a song. She has to bring it all. She has to bring the whole pageantry, the whole showmanship of it. Yeah, this is just so extraordinary the way she does things. Oh my goodness. Just literally unbelievable. I don't even know what to say to it. Oh my goodness. Well, I just loved it. The performer in me just absolutely loved it. And she envisions the whole thing. I believe she does it. You can put it in the comments, and then puts it into concrete space and time, and then uses her voice to drive the whole thing forward as an experience. That's what it really is. It's an experience when you listen to her and see her. And I wish I'd been able to find one with the translation, but the only one I found it didn't show the whole pageant of it. It just zoomed in on her face, which is, I guess, how you sometimes get away with changing up somebody's video, so you can put the lyrics on there. But like I said, you can tell me more about the meaning of it in the notes. But let's see, we have to put it on my scale. 1 being very third dimensional: fear, pain, suffering, anger, sadness, isolation. 10 being very fifth dimensional: love, peace, joy, bliss, ease. Well, before we put it on the scale, I'd like to get to my fifth dimensional message, because I think it's going to color, how we're going to put it on the scale. By the way, putting it on the scale is never about how well they do it. I would never have the gall to rate these singers on how well they do it, because they're 10, 20, or 100 times better than me. How could I do that? I'm only rating them on how much the thing pulls you toward third dimension: fear, pain, suffering, anger, sadness is a 1. Or fifth dimension: love, peace, joy, bliss, harmony, unity, all that. That's a 10. Okay, that's the only thing. If you don't want to know that, by the way, skip over the rating, Don't worry about the rating. But let's get to the rating in a minute. But let's talk about what I wanted to say was the oneness of the fifth dimension. And I think we can kind of spring off of this to talk about that. And then we'll get to our rating. But before I do, by the way, don't forget that I have a video. If you want to know a little bit about me, go to the About Me video here on this channel, which leads you to a longer video about what I call my Forged in the Fire journey of 3D in my younger days. And I learned a lot. So I became a transformational life coach, and also learned a lot about natural healing. You can find things related to that might be of interest to you by going into the notes about Lorelei on Patreon, and also everywhere that I post is on there. And there's also on there a donation button if you so desire to show me a little love, plus buy me a coffee right on this description. So all of that's available, and I appreciate those of you who have shown me the love, by the way. So let's get to the message here. The oneness of the fifth dimension. So a feeling I get from this video, from watching it, is a sort of a separateness, like an isolationness. Like, it's like, I'm not like you, I'm different than you. And she calls herself a crow, and she sees how this one is different from her at a crow. And even if you watch this this pageantry that she brought to us, there's a feeling of turmoil, of kind of it's a feeling of aloneness, a feeling of turmoil, even though she has these other people, but they're crawling around. They're not what could I say? it's not a feeling of like joy and all that, right? It's a feeling of kind of turmoil, of kind of feeling like you're separate or alone or whatever. In fact, if you even see that in the way they're all in dark and she's in white, right? So I'm different. I'm set apart, right? And not in, I think, necessarily a good sense. Okay. So that's kind of what I get as the message of this song. And it's certainly something we've all felt, right? We've all felt like we're the crow and there's something, they're the river, there's something different. We're something, they're totally different. They don't understand us. It's a feeling in this of not being understood, right? Like, because you're different than everybody else. And I think that's probably springing off her experiences as a child, as I understand it. That's probably where she's kind of pulling some of her emotion for this in, which is very powerful. She like is very riveting because she gets right into the character, and she probably knows of that experience. So that's what we have here. But then what is the fifth dimension? The fifth dimension is like, woo, it's the unity, the oneness, it's the love, right? It's I am you, you are me in a good sense. We still have our distinct little differences, but they are not differences that make us feel isolated or alone. They're differences that we celebrate in a joyful way. Like each individual has his or her sort of unique personality, but this does not cause them ever to feel an experience of being separate or alone. You see, there'd never be the experience of being separate or alone in the higher dimensions because it's all unity and oneness. Everybody knows I'm a part of you, you're a part of me. And imagine when we bring that forth to the entire of humanity, how that changes everything. It's really been the missing link, if you will, in this experience here on third dimensional Earth. The missing link to have us be in harmony, be in peace with each other is to know I am you, you are me. And we're all a little different. We're all divine sparks of the Creator, which means we're all at one with the Creator. And we're all a little bit different divine sparks of the Creator, as I understand how they realize who you are in the higher dimensions, because you're not having necessarily a physical form or body in the higher dimensions unless you want to bring one forth. But how they recognize who you are is by your own specific distinct vibration. Now, that sounds really crazy, huh? But you can kind of think about it this way. Every person on the planet has a certain voice. You ever notice almost no singer or person that they all have their own unique voice. It's like their footprint, if you will, their fingerprint. And you can know in an instant who is singing or who is talking by their voice, right? We know that. There's a way that we know that. And for the most part, everybody sounds different. Now, some people can mimic other people, and that's pretty cool when they do that. But as their own sort of starting point, they each still have their own unique voice, right? So it is possible for everybody to have its own unique vibration, which is similar to a voice. Okay, it's not a voice in the way we hear it, but voice is a vibration, right? So each individual has their own vibration. So each one is unique. Each one is special. But each one knows that they are like enveloped in love of everyone, everywhere, and is a part of everyone, everywhere, everything, and would never feel isolated or alone. You see? So that's how that shows up in the higher dimensions. And that's where we're going to. I think it's a beautiful thing. I hope you guys think so too, because I love that concept of never having that feeling of being alone, being in a isolated state is what I see in this video. Wonderfully done, but yet it's playing in the third dimension, in that aloneness, in that isolation kind of place. And so we're going to put it on our scale 1 to 10, 1 being very third dimensional and 10 being very fifth dimensional. We're going to go, but it's got a beautiful tribal beat though, doesn't it? And that kind of like grabs you, and that in itself kind of raises you up anyway, right? Because those tribal, I don't know if you've ever been in a drumming circle with that tribal beat, it does raise your vibration. So with this one, I'm going about a 6 on this one. Mostly because of that tribal beat, because the message is a little more about being alone, but the tribal beat brings it up, The way she sings it is so beautiful too, so that raises it up. I go with about a 6 on this one. And I hope you're getting an idea of what are the different kinds of music that either bring you one way or the other, and how you can utilize music to literally alter your own vibration in an instant. Music will do it in an instant. You want to go one way or the other, you're going to do it. Put on the music and it'll take you there. Now, I don't think we normally want to go toward the negative, fear, pain, sadness stuff. We don't normally want to go to the other stuff, right? But if you live life at a 4, right, where like you're kind of like not feeling good all the time, then a 6 like this is going to lift you up. So it's all relative to where you are. Okay, beloved ones, I'm going to go ahead and close this out by sending you that 5th dimensional energy. The love, the peace, the bliss, the joy, the ease, the prosperity, the unity, the oneness. It's all coming at you now. Here it goes. Namaste. I honor the God in you.